and I'm back with another video. So if this is your first time on the channel, I just would like to say welcome and thank you so much for watching. And if you like what you see, feel free to hit that subscribe button and be sure to click that bell, that way you never miss an upload from me. And if you're an OG that's been here for a minute, thank you so much for coming back. So I am here with the second part of the Magnolia Shopping District build series. If you haven't seen part one, where we created this restaurant over here to the right side of the screen, definitely click the link on the screen and also check out the description box below to catch up. But if you already seen part one, let's get into part number two. So on this particular building, I wanted to really convey the brick style that's really prominent in the Magnolia Promenade, and also I wanted to use the brick because we also use brick on the restaurant, and I just wanted to keep a similar aesthetic. And I felt like the bright, well, it's not really bright, but the red brick was really industrial and really in keeping with the style that I wanted to go for. This particular little shop is going to be a place where you would go to ship your packages, so something like a FedEx, UPS, DHL, whatever you have, whatever you use to send packages, even like Amazon. It's going to be something along those lines. So obviously we don't have a system in the game where we can really ship packages or gifts to each other. So I really think that this will be good for like gameplay or storytelling, just to have a place for your Sims to go. And I don't know, just have more of those real life experiences. So that's what I was going for. I'm using this little sign here with the magnifying glass, and I think that's either from Get Together or Base Game. I'm not entirely sure, but I don't know, maybe the name of this shipping place would be like Ship Quest or something like that. Something catchy, and that kind of goes with that little sign. And I also use those awnings out there. As far as the doors and windows, so I use the windows from the Moschino Stuff Pack. Those are the kind of gridded up windows, and then that double doors from Base Game. And then the garage doors are from City Living. The main items that I use in this particular shop are from the Get to Work pack. I love their items. They are very utilitarian, and they kind of have like just an industrial basic business look to them. So I love using those, especially on my retail lot. I really love that pack. And in this little shop, I'm going to have a customer service area and a receiving area. The receiving area is basically where the truck that does the deliveries or pick up the deliveries, how they will access the building, and then the customer service is where the customers will be on the front end. So in the customer service area, I'm using carpet, and in the receiving area, I'm using steel. And I would say the most challenging part about this build was just one, trying to figure out the flow to make sure that the Sims can move around without any issues, but also trying to make items in the game look like shipping products. So you will see those rolls of towels on that counter. I sized those up and they look like bubble wrap to me. And I also use a lot of the boxes from the Get to Work pack, and I stack them up, and you guys will see, you all will see. So initially I was going to have 3 of these little workstations. So like if you needed to print out your label for your package or check the status of your package, you would do it at one of those workstations. But I do get rid of 2 of those for space. It's at this point when I realized, well, you know, maybe, okay, maybe, just maybe, someone would need to use the bathroom. So I'm creating this little 2x2 room for the bathroom. It's really basic. The sink is from Parenthood. That mirror is from the new Tiny Living Stuff pack. And the toilet is from Base Game, I think. And I'm just changing up all of the swatches, make sure everything kind of matches. I wanted to go with like that basic black top and the rich brown wood on the counters and the kind of like the customer service counter. And then for that other table, I just want to go with just a really basic beige. And I'm just dressing up the front area with a bunch of little decor pieces, boxes, presents, things like that. Just a lot of different little display items. Here I am using these little post boxes that came with the City Living pack. And I'm going to get a lot of them and smush them together to give off the look of P.O. boxes. P.O. boxes is really good if you don't have like a permanent address, or if you move around a lot, or if you receive a lot of mail and packages and don't want to give out your personal home information. That's why you would use a P.O. box. So this, I felt like, was the perfect place to have something like that. And I'm creating a line using the fencing that came with the Get to Work pack. This kind of looks like stanchions or a partition that you would see at like any sort of retail place, just something that you kind of pull out. But yeah, this is a kind of a tedious process. I'm using the Move Objects on cheat to just really smush these together and make it look like a bunch of P.O. boxes. There are 24 of those up there, and I feel like that's more than enough in a small space like this. Now I'm adding in some windows. Those windows came with Get Together, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm just adding in little things like the scissors and like these blank canvases, that magazine rack, and those are the towels that I was telling you guys about that I sized up, so now they look like bubble wrap. And I'm also adding in a lot of pictures and posters. I noticed in a lot of the shipping stores that I've been to, they have all of these little advertisements just telling about their services and encouraging you to use them, and the rates and the ship times and things like that. And those are the boxes I was telling you guys about that are from the Get to Work pack. And I'm just stacking them up just to make it look like the boxes that you could purchase and send your items in. And I'm also using these other open boxes, and I like the way that it kind of looks like maybe there's a bunch of flat packs in there or a bunch of mailing envelopes. That's just kind of the look and feel I was going for. There's no real break room in here, so in the receiving area there's just a little area to hang your hat and your coat. And now I'm adding in just some other wall decor pieces like that kind of LED sign above the post boxes and the bulletin board, and you know, just more signages and things like that, just to make the place feel a bit more lively. And at this point I'm just trying to do all the finishing touches. I'm changing the wallpaper in the bathroom, and I'm adding in this little storage cabinet. I would imagine things like extra toilet paper and soaps and things like that. And I'm also adding in a couple of waste baskets because there's usually a lot of paper waste whenever you go to these places. I was going to use those curtains as kind of like a gate that you will pull down at the end of the night, but I eventually used an object from the Get to Work pack that you'll see in just a moment, and I just put those outside of the windows just to make it look like those are gates that you would use to close the door for security purposes at the end of the workday. But anyway, you guys, I have rambled on enough. If you made it this far in the video and haven't done so already, feel free to subscribe and be sure to click that bell. That way you never miss an upload from me. Also, don't forget to like, comment, and share this video. It helps me and the channel out more than you know. If you're interested in anything in my personal life or whenever I post my thumbnails outside of YouTube, definitely check me out on my social medias, which are always linked down in the description box below. And this build isn't available yet on the gallery, but feel free to check out anything else that I've created. My origin ID is simply Nisey. Again, you guys, thank you all so much for watching, and I will talk to you all in the next video. Bye, guys.